Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cup of Joe with Joe and Joe podcast. I am your host, Joe, and with me, as always, is my wonderful co-host, Joe.
Boys, we're getting emotional in this one. We getting them feels in this one, let me tell you.
Ooh, getting the feels already, Joe. I just fucking vomit out my own mouth real quick.
It's been a while since we had a stroke on the podcast.
Yes, we've been good thus far. Always good to have a little stroke on the podcast, is what I say. Anyway, Attack on Titan, episode 82. We're gonna be hopping right into it again. Full spoilers, as per usual. So, Joe, this continues, as I like to call this current quote-unquote arc that we're in, the connective tissue arc. Because nothing massive really happens in this episode. There's a couple, we touch on a lot of different characters. You got fucking Crystal Girl, finally, since fucking season 1! Long time. Then you have Shadis, we check up in on again. Then you have Jean or Jean and Flock. You have the volunteers. You have fucking Connie and not Ben. I'm doing the thing again where they're incepting my brain. Falco. That's it. You got Connie and Falco. Then you have Armin, Mikasa, Gabby, Kaya. There's a crap ton of people. Get a little bit of Levi and Hanji at the end there as well, along with Card Titan and I can't remember what the fuck Magus. That's what it is. There's a lot of names that you gotta fucking remember for this episode because it touches a little bit on all of them. But I guess we should probably start with Annie in the beginning there because we've been waiting a fucking long time to discuss what the hell is going on with Annie.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, are they gonna get just into it? And they did. Wow, it's so fucking weird seeing Annie. But then the voice, I was like, whoa, I haven't heard her voice in forever. I'm used to the dub, but I've also heard the sub version of her voice, and it was so strange. And she looks so different too. I don't know. I want to look up a side by side of what she looked like in season 1 and what she looks like now. Because it sounds weird, but she almost looks a little cuter in this. I know that might sound strange. I remember in the first season thinking damn, Annie just looked like a tough bitch you don't want to fuck with. And now they kind of make her look like oh, cutesy soft chick. And I don't know, it was a bit surprising, but I love the interaction. How she's so goddamn sneaky. Just the setup with the steps of blood to track the person the other way, and then cover the mouth and have the knife in the little ring. So fucking cool. But damn, Annie, you ain't the bully anymore. Hitch is I am done. You are a granny. And literally WWE flips this chick and it was
Austin Powers judo flips her onto the fucking ground.
And I just love that interaction of wow, time really has changed. But Annie's, still smart. She cut her hand and everything. And she's like, look, how do you want to play this game? And it was a really good interaction. And I was like, interesting, where's this going to go? Because it's we're all wondering, how much does Annie know? And we find out she pretty much knows everything because she could hear everything that was going on in the crystal.
Fuck you, writers. No, it's fine. I just found it to be a little bit of
really. You didn't like it?
I just found it to be a very easy out, just being I could hear what you guys were saying for the past 4 years. I pretty much know everything that's going on, and I was just I'm not really bashing it, but I just sat there and I was like,
you took
boring.
there were 2 roads you took, and you're like, I've taken this right road so many fucking times. Can you please, can I just get a 70 on this assignment instead of getting 100 every time?
Can we just go down a fucking convenient path for once? Jesus, come on.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I had the same reaction where I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to what the fuck is going on? And then
I think because I was I wanted to see Annie more on the back foot, being I don't understand what's happening. Because you see her throughout her time in Marley in the beginning of season 4, and then you see her obviously in season 1 as just the most capable person out of all of the main cast. And so I was just kind of hoping that we get a bit more of a reversal. She's just I love the fucking judo flip because what's her name? I don't know who the
Hitch.
actual Hitch. Thank you, because Hitch was very much just like, yeah, fuck you, and I love the height disparagement between them now, where Annie is just like, no, Annie was frozen in time, like she is still, I don't know, what were they, like 15 at
They
the
were
time of the third
teenagers.
screen? Yeah, they were like early teens. So it's like Annie is still in the body of an early teenager, and Hitch is just like, bitch, I'm like somewhere vaguely around 20-ish, I'm assuming. So fuck you. But yeah, I would have liked to see Annie a bit more like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, what's up, guys? What's going on? And then like her reaction, it's slight, but like her reaction to actually seeing the rumbling occurring around
The
her, and, like, the
face.
destruction. Yeah, I like it in the eyes. Like the eyes really convey that look of like, oh shit, this is the apocalypse. This is what we were fearing the entire time. And I found that to be kind of cool. What'd you think of her her actual backstory that we ended up getting?
I liked it. I liked how simple it was. I liked how it was quick. I was like, please don't tell me this is the whole episode.
Right.
And I liked how it was quick. And we had comedy in Attack on Titan, ladies and gentlemen. I like how Hitch was like, are you really just like laying down like your whole history right now? And she's like, look, I had to hear you talk for fucking 4 years. Give me a break. And I was like, that made me giggle. I'm like, Attack on Titan doesn't make me giggle.
That made me kind of giggle, but for a different reason. It was like, it made me giggle because I was just thinking about being a writer and being like, all right, how are we going to explain this very clear anime trope about explaining the character's backstory, because we need to fucking explain this character's backstory. And then the one guy in the room was just like, I mean, she had to listen to them talk for like 4 years. What if she does that to them and makes a comment about it? What if we lampshade it? Yeah, what that guy said. Let's lampshade it. Again, it's fine. I just find it very like, you can kind of feel it now, where it's like all the loose ends are starting to like, they're coming back into play again. Fucking Falco and Connie and the volunteers and Annie and Levi and Hanji at the end. It's just like there's a lot of shit going on, and so you can kind of feel them being like, all right, wrap it up, come on, get off the fucking stage, next one, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So I liked it. I thought it was a good little interaction of Hitch and Annie, just kind of seeing what was happening and kind of like their views on it now. It was good. It didn't blow me away or anything like that, but I was on the edge of my seat just enjoying it and watching it. I really thought that was going to be the big, like, the main focus of this episode and like the big like thing that we were going to be talking about, but I feel like that was the most like unimportant part really of this episode.
Kind of, yeah, because again, I mean, it might look more important in retrospect because there's still, oh Christ, what, this is like technically episode 7 of the series, right, of the final season,
Yes.
part 2. Okay, so then we have 5 episodes to go, so it's like we'll see what she ends up doing like the later 5 episodes, whatever the fuck. But yeah, like that didn't seem as important. The next thing that comes up is like, there's a little bit of stuff with Shadis, but then it quickly cuts to fucking Flock and John.
That's the big stuff for me. And
That's the most boring stuff for me. Interesting.
really. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know
Elaborate.
why. Yeah, I don't know why, but I can't for the life of me come to give a shit about Flock and his military coup of Eldia, or Paradise, I guess in this case. It just seems so haphazardly thrown together, and in this he reveals like, Aaron told me his plan 10 months ago, and like I am the fucking prophet of Aaron Yeager or whatever the hell, and I'm just like, dude, you are being used like the worst fucking cum rag right now. Like, oh my god, there is no fucking way Aaron actually trusts you over all the people that he actually gives a shit about, because you have collectively about 18 minutes of screen time over these last 4 seasons. I find it so strange. Maybe it's because I just don't like him, but like there's so much that happens with Flock and the volunteers that like I feel so disconnected from all of it. I'm just like, let's get back to literally anything else.
Interesting. So I get what you're saying. Like, I hate him too. I really dislike him, but I found it interesting because it's like, that's still an issue that's going on right now. With all this other shit, there's still like the political factions of like, what the fuck, like, who is in charge right now? And so the fact
No
that
one.
like the fact that
Aaron,
like,
that's who's in charge right now.
exactly, like I fucking hate Flock, and I actually got fucking mad when he killed Nicolo. I was like, oh my god, like I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this dude is such a goddamn cunt. Like I really hate him, and I'm just more interested of kind of like how Armin was talking about it, being like, look, he goes, Aaron thinks we're gonna, destroying the world or all the other people is gonna cause the problems or fix all our problems, but look what's happening right now. Flock just killed fucking Nicolo. Like, there's still so much infighting that's happening. Like, the issues aren't going to be solved, especially like the people. I can't remember. Basically, it was like kind of the people that are like the normal residents. How some of them are like this is horrible. How could Aaron do this? And then other ones are like, no, he's our savior. It was a sacrifice and all this stuff. And you can tell already. Oh man, there's going to be infighting. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like that. I'm interested by like, oh my god, like this is it's really the whole idea of the problem isn't going to be solved. There is no utopia. Aaron might think he's going to create a utopia by killing everybody else. And he's like, okay, now everybody loves each other. Like he's going to come back and say he does do this. Half of the fucking island's going to hate him because a result of his plan killed most of their family. And then the other half is going to treat him like a messiah. Like, I don't know. I find that interesting because I think it's hinting at problems in the future. And it's just some stuff that like I wasn't thinking about. I'm like, oh yeah, like, and it obviously shows on Armin's face. Like Armin's reaction to Mikasa, I feel like is our reaction every episode. Like, I don't know what to fucking do. I got this going on. And oh yeah, Levi might still be alive, so I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna go chase Connie. Mikasa, give me a break. And she out there looking cute as hell, and she's like, oh, Gomen, sorry. And I'm like, oh, damn it, that shouldn't be cute. But it is. And just seeing all the stuff that, like, Armin, the reflection of, oh, shit, like, what do you want me to do? Like, how do we stop Aaron? You don't. Let me try and handle the stuff that I can handle, and maybe if the world isn't destroyed by then I'll try and figure it out. So really, maybe it wasn't me being specific with Flock, but just getting back to, like, our quote-unquote, like, normal characters, like Mikasa, Armin, and Jean or John, like, what they're dealing with in this moment is the stuff I found interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that stuff. Because definitely seeing Armin snap at Mikasa for that first time, I was like, it really helps sell the amount of fucking stress he's under. Because he is the one who always thinks things through. And over the course of the entire series, everyone looks to Armin for a plan. So when Mikasa asks him, what should I do? I saw it coming before he even fucking turned around and started yelling at her, but she goes, what should I do? And then there's like a pause, and then he spins, and like in that pause, I was like, oh, homie about to break. Oh no. So yeah, it's definitely that stuff I did find interesting. The Armin being super fucking strained into all this stress, where he's just like, all right, I know we've been dealing with insane anime bullshit for like the entirety of our lives, but this is almost like trigger levels of insane anime bullshit, all right? I gotta go deal with, like what's something I can handle? Connie's about to go take a kid to get eaten by his Titan mom?
Yeah, that
Sounds insane. That's down to earth enough for me to handle that. I'm a fucking Titan nuke, so you know what? Whatever. I'll grab the other girl, the tiny little girl, and I'll put her on her horseback, and we'll go out to save the tiny little boy. I know their names are Gabby and Falco. I'm just saying Armin might not remember. He's under a lot of stress, obviously. But that stuff I found interesting. I like how the little reprieve at the end where Gabby and Kaya are just saying their goodbyes and they hug it out, and I'm just like, that's nice. On to... I don't even know if I want to... No, let's go into this real quick. You don't see a whole lot of Connie and Falco. You just see at the very end, It's revealed Falco doesn't remember anything past when he met back up with Colt and Gabby after, he was rescued by that one Eldian officer dude. And obviously he's the fucking Jaw Titan now, but he doesn't know that. And he's under the pretense that he's being rescued by Connie. And he recognizes Connie, but he doesn't remember from where. And Connie is still like, yeah, no, we're going up, bro. I'm taking you away from all that craziness back there. I'm bringing you to safety. And in his head, he's like, I'm going to feed you to my fucking mom. And I'm like, are you, though? I don't know if he actually... I mean, he probably is. Because then in the preview, we see Armin doing
It gives me so, like, creepy, like, child abduction vibes Connie's giving me right now, where he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm a safe man, and I'm going to take you to somewhere safe. I'm like, oh, Connie, you're going down a dark path.
If the horse he was riding was white, I would be like, this is a very clear metaphor for getting in a stranger's big white van.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm on the fence of what is he gonna do? Because it seems like almost when he is riding the horse and Falco's like, "Oh, thank you so much." Connie starts to seem a little bit of like, "Oh shit, can I really feed this guy?" But like we said with the little preview, it seems like I think he's gonna put up a fight.
Yeah, he'll probably put up at least a fight, and then I don't know, something will probably like not Deus Ex Machina it, but like interrupt their fight. You know, like how every fucking tournament arc ends in anime, where it's like, oh, there's never a clear winner because an even bigger villain has appeared, and now you have to team up and fight the big villain thing. It's
Fucking
like I
hate
feel like
that.
something, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but I feel like something like that's gonna happen there, because I don't know, I feel like they're not gonna end it being like Armin or Connie is going to kill one another. You know, like I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I feel like it's probably not gonna be that. But then after that, because like the credits play over the Connie Falco interaction, and you're just like, okay, cool, preview time, and then it's like, no. Then we catch up with fucking Peak and
Meg.
McGath, yeah, and they're just sitting there in the woods. They're watching their blimps fly away, and Peak is like out of her fucking Titan, like her body's, but like her arms and like the bottom half, I guess, still are. And I didn't realize. I guess you can still control a Titan when you're out of the nape like that, because very quickly Hanji appears and it's just like, hello, and they're like, oh shit, and fucking Card Titan rolls around, starts running at her, and I'm just like, oh shit, because it's so intense, like the way it's animated, it's so fucking intense.
Kind of
And it's
scary.
it is scary, and Hanji's just like, wait, don't eat me yet, and then Magath puts his pistol on her, and he's just like no one says a fucking word. And I love how socially inept she is, Hanji that is, because she's just sitting there, and she's like, oh, who's that, you ask? When no one says a fucking word, and she's like, ah, yeah, he's just some like real tough asshole who refused to die, and obviously it's Levi all bandaged up, and that's where the episode actually ends. But so that revealed two things, really one and a half things, because we already knew that fucking Levi wasn't dead. But now we know where he is and where they are. And then it also reveals to me that, yeah, you don't have to be fully engulfed in your Titan to control it, which I don't believe we've ever seen something like that happen previously. Do you?
I don't have any memory of that.
Yeah, because I remember, because when I saw it, I was just like, well, that's interesting. I don't remember anyone being able to do that. Cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I liked that scene a lot. Just seeing fucking Levi all bandaged up. I'm like, oh, we bring it back because I didn't think they were gonna connect Hanji to this episode. I thought they were really gonna save that to the end of another episode. But I was like, oh wow, they're really adding a lot into this episode. But it's not like they're adding.
All the loose ends!
They're not
Put 'em
making
in!
everything full circle in this episode. They're just like, okay,
No.
let's thread this needle again and bring this needle in, and we're not done threading yet, but we'll tie it all up at the end, hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Do you think? I feel like I ask you this question every single fucking week, but like 5 episodes left, supposedly. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that there's only 12 for this half of the season. Do you think they're going to wrap it up in these 5, or do you think we're gonna get like? I don't think we're gonna get a part 3, but I feel like there are rumors of a movie that's actually gonna end it, and I don't want it to have to wait or like have it end with a fucking movie. I like it when it's just show. What do you think?
Yeah, if you would have asked me this last week, I would have said, oh, no way, no movie. They're gonna finish it all up a clean, like what? It's gonna be 80, 87 episodes or something.
Yes.
And now I don't know. I'm like, oh, you got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of ground to cover in 5 episodes. Remember last year when we thought this would be done in 12? Do you remember that, Joe?
16, but yes.
16, whatever. I, oh man, yeah.
To
I'm
be
starting.
fair, we didn't fucking know what the was happening in the
Yeah.
manga. We didn't know how much more ground there was to cover.
Yeah. So me, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna 65% chance that it just finishes with the episodes. 35 that we get a movie.
I'm probably around there as well. Like I'm probably somewhere closer to like 50-50. I'm very hopeful that it ends with just episodes. Even if, like, dude, it'd be great if the final episode was just, like, a longer episode, maybe, like, a double-length episode.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be nice. That'd be cool. Because then you'd end it. It'd be, like, it's the show. It's not like you have to go to someone and be like, okay, so you have to watch Attack on Titan Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 Part 1, Season 3 Part 2, Final Season Part 1, Final Season Part 2, and then you gotta watch the Attack on Titan movie, and then the rebuild films that happen about 20 years later by Makoto Shinkai. I know that's not the person who does Eva. I'm just making a funny reference to a bunch of different Japanese creators. Anyway, goddamn, like that would be awesome if they were able to just like keep it all in series and like a super or a double length end episode. I'd be like, that's really fucking cool. That's my dream plan. I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah, I have no clue. I'm just here for the ride. And I enjoyed this episode. Again, it's another one of those where it's like, okay, we're slowing the car down a little bit, stargazing, talking about some stuff. But I think next episode we're going to start climbing up the ladder again. And I think we have at least one or two more big events that are going to happen.
I certainly hope so. Alrighty, everyone. So with all that being said, again, we hope you're enjoying Attack on Titan as much as we are. Let us know. Do you want it to end with just the episodes in a series? Do you want it to end with a movie? Do you want it to end with a fucking Broadway musical? I don't know. Be creative with it. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? No, actually, I don't want to. We already have Shrek the Musical and Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. We don't need fucking... God, you remember all the fucking injuries from Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? Imagine if Attack on Titan with the fucking ODM... I'm getting out of hand. Anyway, everyone, we love you. We'll leave you, everyone, and goodbye.